Hey everyone, today is Thursday, October 27th. I feel like it's somebody's birthday that I know. Oh, all right. Um, had a very interesting day. My mom came down and we went to my work. Went to Anson. So I drove there. By the time I got there, my hand and my foot were tingling pretty bad. It's still better than it was 2 months ago, but it was definitely flared up from driving. We had lunch, hung out, visited, and then I drove to my chiropractor, which is 30 minutes, 35 minutes the other way, back towards home. And by the time I got to the chiropractor, my quad was killing me. It hurt so bad. It felt like I'd done like 50 squats. It was terrible. It was kind of hard to walk because your quad actually does a lot of work for you. Went to the chiropractor. He adjusted like everything that he could because my foot was bothering me, my hands bothering me, my back. Part of my back wouldn't adjust. Um, and mom and I, since this has also turned into like a headache diary, when mom and I got lunch, I got an iced tea and I drank maybe like half of it. And maybe 20 minutes later, I had a headache. I was like, Mom, that much iced tea. I mean, half of a small bottle of iced tea, unsweetened, just plain iced tea, and I got a headache. Could 1 milligram, or however many milligrams it is, it's not much, of caffeine do that? And we were like, no, that can't be it. I might research that a little bit. My headache did end up going away, but it took a while. And I've been trying to stretch and stuff too because the driving was really hard on obviously my quad and my shoulders. So we did all that. And then I had my emotional part of the day. Emotions are dumb. I don't like them. So backtrack. The reason I say that, anyone that knows me really well knows that I am not crazy emotional. I am the extremes. I'm either like very serious and level, or I'm pissed off, angry, or sobbing uncontrollably, like nowhere in between. So this change in my actual neurological process, where I handle emotions differently, is hard for me. I'm not used to crying as much as I cry. I'm not used to feeling as strongly as I feel about some things, which is good and bad. Um, but I'm not used to feeling so sad or so mad with one small, semi-small event. Um, so next Tuesday, I am scheduled to go back to work, starting an hour or two a day, where my hand and foot still are tingling from me driving to and from work and having a sandwich with the girls. My mom, but visiting the girls. I don't know how I'm gonna do, and that stresses me out. I don't know how. My intention is to go 1 or 2 hours a day the first week, 3 or 4 hours a day the second week, 5 or 6 hours the third week, so that before the end of the month, technically November 23rd, I would be working a full day. I don't think I'm going to be ready to work a full day in 3 weeks. I have these delusions of grandeur. I think that I can do more than my body will allow, and that's been an issue since the beginning. But even still, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. And I push myself, and my body says, "What are you doing, crazy girl? Like, nope, we're ready for a nap now." So that's stressful for me. But because I am scheduled to go back to work next week, today was the last day that I had anyone with me to take me to and from physical and occupational therapy. It's only 10 minutes from my house, so that I can tolerate. And, after PT and OT, I can go take a break. So my mom left. Okay, hugged. Bye, sweetie. I'll miss you. Because, we've seen each other more in the past 2 months than we've seen each other in the combination of probably the last 10 years. Sorry, my cramping up. So she left. Well, she walked out of the house. And I sat down on the couch, didn't turn the TV on, and I just sat there. I started to cry. I didn't want her to go. I am scared for my future. So the cat was bothering me, and of course now I've had her for like 4 days, and I'm already talking to her like she's a human. So I said, Squeak, hang on a second. Let me see if Mom's still here. And I went out. Mom's still in the driveway, and I kind of flagged her in, and she came in. She's like, what's up? And I said, I missed you already. And she gave me a great big hug, and she said, okay, let's go inside. And I didn't intend to cry telling the story, and I'm crying. And so we sat down and talked, and I said, I'm scared. I'm scared to go back to work. I'm scared to not have somebody there with me as much as I have. Driving's been pretty good, but I'm scared of that too. I'm scared there's going to be something neurological or physical that I haven't experienced yet, and I'm going to experience it at a bad time. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden I'm going to get a cramp in my hamstring that I have no control over while I'm driving, or something like that. I'm concerned that I'm going to have another stroke. I don't know if I told anybody this, but a couple weeks before the numbness in my hand started happening, I actually had a pain in my ring finger whenever I grabbed something really hard, and it felt like my finger was going to burst. Not like, the knuckle needs to pop or something. It felt like the skin was going to burst. I don't know what the kitten's doing. All right. Anyways, so, I know someone told me a story about a family member who had a clot that started in their calf, and it wasn't taken care of. They thought it was a cramp, and over time it turned into something very serious, and she actually passed away. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about this weird thing that was happening with my finger for like 2 weeks before my hand went numb. And what if I grab a barbell the wrong way again? What if I take a medication I'm not supposed to take? Because there are most medications I cannot take. Most. Cold stuff, allergy stuff, I'd be very careful. There is a side effect of stroke with 3/4 of the medication out there. So I'm just scared. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to take until I can go a whole day without needing a nap. I can go a whole day without needing a nap right now, but that doesn't entail much. Now, I can, if I'm tired when I get home, I can take a nap. I can say, okay, I've had enough today. That really hurt. I'm going to take it easy the rest of the day. When I go back to work, I don't have that opportunity. I don't have the luxury of saying, wow, that was a lot. I'm going to go lay down. It's not, I'm at work. I can't really go downstairs safely. And, it's my job. So Mom and I talked for probably 10-15 minutes, and she basically said, well, maybe we should ease out of me not coming down all the time. So she's going to come down next week for an appointment, even though I don't need her to anymore. But, seeing each other 1 to 4 days a week for a couple months is a definite change. And, we got closer because of this, which I like. But this is definitely hard for both of us. But my mom said she's really glad that I'm having a birthday in a couple weeks. So that's definitely something to be thankful for. I'm just scared. Not necessarily the fear of not knowing, but I guess also the fear of what ifs. What if I take the wrong medication? What if I have another stroke? They can blame it on my birth control all they want, but sometimes strokes just happen. I could just have another one. I don't know if I'm going to get full sensation back in my hand and my foot. Don't know. They can't tell me anything because it's all individual. And they always say, oh, well, you have your age in your favor. You'll be fine. But you don't know that. And then I've had other people, other doctors say, yeah, no, I can't tell you. It doesn't matter your age. I can't tell you if you're going to be okay. You might have long-term nerve pain. You might have long-term balance issues. The migraine situation is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. I had a headache yesterday after PT. I did a lot of scapula stuff and a lot of neck stuff, and that's, what needs to be done because I can't take migraine medication anymore. So if we can get rid of 3 or 4 headaches a month or 2 migraines a month or something like that because of muscular stuff, awesome. Absolutely. But I got to get there first. And the poor physical and occupational therapists just keep apologizing. Like, oh, I'm so sorry that you had a headache. I'm so sorry that you had a migraine. So they keep apologizing, and I'm like, it's par for the course. Like, oh, well, we'll go easy on you today. I'm like, well, I don't necessarily want that because going easy doesn't strengthen anything. It doesn't work those muscles. It doesn't help me. It doesn't give me progress. Let me decide when I'm going to take my breaks. Let me decide when I'm, when something's too much. I've had migraines for 22 years, almost 23 years. I'm kind of used to it now. The people that aren't used to it are my employer, my friends. I'm used to it. It sucks, but it's part of my life. Without my birth control, I get 2 headaches a week. Headaches or migraines. So far this month, today is the 27th, and I have had now 4 migraine days and 6 headaches. So, that's my life. Without birth control, that's my life. With birth control and my migraine medication, I get 2 a month. That's the other thing. I'm still grieving that loss. I get a headache and I'm like, what can I take? I get cramps. What can I take? That's the other thing. This birth control crap. I didn't realize how much that did for me in so many ways. Oh, my face. I'm just breaking out all the time. Anyhow, this video is really long, so I'm going to go play with the kitten and go to sleep. But I'll probably update again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.